Ibrahim el-Zakzaky was detained alongside his wife in 2015. His arrest took place in the aftermath of what's become known as the Zaria massacre. Rights group Amnesty International says Nigerian soldiers carried out the mass slaughter of hundreds of men, women and children, and then tried to cover it up by dumping bodies in mass graves. It's an accusation the armed forces deny.
Yeah, we are concerned that this is yet another instance of the Nigerian military forces continuing with its abusive practices. We're hopeful that with the new administration in Nigeria there would be a serious independent investigation to hold abusers to account, but otherwise it will add up to the history of abusive practice by Nigerian military forces, particularly in northern Nigeria.
Zakzaky is the leader of a Shia group, the Islamic movement in Nigeria, and his followers have continually demonstrated demanding his release. These protests are often peaceful, but they have been known to descend into violence. Dozens of demonstrators have been killed over the years by security forces, and many more arrested. In one particular incident in July 2019, 2 people were killed when the protesters tried to enter the National Assembly building. Several police officers were wounded. This prompted members of the House of Representatives to get involved, calling on the government to release Zakzaky in line with court rulings. And that's because his release has been ordered before, on several occasions and by different courts. But the authorities refused to comply, at one point saying he was being held in protective custody. Zakzaky was initially held without charge for more than a year, and wasn't even seen in public for 3 years after being arrested. The Sheikh is now 68 and suffering health problems. Because of this, his followers appealed to the government to pardon him because of the pandemic. Because of this, his followers appealed to the government to pardon him due to the coronavirus pandemic. Supporters say the couple have been imprisoned in Kaduna State, where conditions threaten their well-being. But they are now released, his lawyers whisking Zakzaky away from court before he could be rearrested. The couple have spent 6 years in detention. Supporters hope they're now allowed to keep their freedom. Faith Orr, Arise News.